Hey guys, good morning and welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn about few important properties of graph. Okay, so today we will see legend, then x ticks, y ticks, and then x limit and y limit. So we have already seen x limit and y limit. They are used for setting the limit or the size of x axis and y axis. So we will see how they interact with or behave with x ticks and y ticks. Okay, before that we will see what is legend. And so legend is simply a label or like defining what our line is about or the graph is about. Okay, so a brief or small description about our graph. So it is important when we have multiple graphs or multiple bar graph, line chart in single graph. Okay, so I have matplotlib.pyplot imported and numpy as well. So x I'm using n range 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. And y also I could have used a range, or I'm using array and giving my own points in terms of list. So these points will be converted to a numpy array. So why we are using numpy array? So we can do adjustment like x plus 3, x plus 4, minus. So we can't do that with list. So that's why we are using numpy array. So we will start with plotting. So p dot plot. So legend property can be used with any graph, any type of graph: pie chart, histogram, bar graph, line chart. So this plot function is for plotting line chart. So we will see with line chart first. So let me give x comma y. Then you have to assign a label. So legend is nothing, simply a name given to a graph. So a label, how we have x label and y label for giving names to x axis and y axis. So label equal to within quotes. So single quotes or double quotes, you can use both. So let me give line 1. So when I use legend, I will see this line 1. Let me give design like red, then circle, then dash. This type of line let me use. P dot plot, second line. So on same points, or let me do 0 minus x, then 0 minus y. Let's use this. Label equal to line 2. Okay, quotes close, comma, then blue, then diamond, and dot dash or dash dot. One of these two, so we will see which one is right. Okay, so it is showing red line here. So for using the legend property, we just have to use p dot legend, and then to display the graph, p dot show. So if I run it, so the problem is this property we have to give before the label one. Cut and paste. So now it won't show error. Why was it was showing error? Because this is a positional argument. So positional argument needs to be given before keyword argument. Okay. So if you have seen my function videos, there I have explained in detail the how you should give the properties or values. So these are positional. So based on position, the value will be picked. These are keyword because I'm using label equal to. So if you see my function videos, you will understand what it is. But simply here, use this property before this one. Let me remove the comma here. Now if I run it, so we have two lines, and this is the legend. On top left, we are seeing legend. So line type, this is dash, circle and dash and circle, which is line 1. So this is the description we gave, and we are seeing this description here. This is line, same dashed line or dot dashed, dotted dashed or dash dot, okay, and diamond marker and blue color. So that is line number 2. So this small thing here is our legend, okay. So this was all about legend. Same thing can be done in bar graph also. How? So in bar graph we have p dot bar, that function we have, and then we give x value, y value, and then color or width of graph, and then in the end you can give label equal to name of that bar graph. Same for another bar graph, and then to display these names in the graph you need to use this property, which is p dot legend, okay. And then p dot show, this will display the legend, okay. Now that was all about legend. Now let me show you one more time. So here we have -4, -3, -2. So what we did here in the second plot, 0 minus x and 0 minus y. So what is 0 minus x? So x has how many values? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 minus x will be, each value will be converted to 0 minus 0, which is 0. 0 minus 1, which is -1. So 0, -1, same, -2, -3, -4. So 0 to 4 converted to 0 to -4. So the next, this second plot line chart is plotted against 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. So see, here is 0, then -1, -2, -3, -4. This thing. And our y also is 0 minus y. Here if you can see 0 minus y. So our y value was 2, 0, 2, 4, 8. Same, 0, -2, -4, -6, -8. So this point where my mouse is 0, 0, and this is -1, -2, like that, going down, and this is the line 1 which is going up. Okay, now here on the x-axis we can give names to this x-axis and y-axis using x label and y label. Same way we can give these values also. So in the previous video you saw x limit, y limit, which we use for limiting the x-axis and y-axis, or defining the range of x and y-axis. So, and one more thing, x limit, y limit is used for defining range, and the values which we see here, are ticks, T-I-C-K, ticks. So this -4, -3, you are seeing this tick mark vertical line on x-axis and y-axis. So that is tick. So that we can assign according to our need using the ticks value or ticks property, x tick and y tick. How we can do that? So before show, let me give p dot x ticks. So it is x ticks, okay. Then inside that we have to give our values. So in terms of list or in terms of a tuple, so you can give both in terms of any of these two, okay. So our values range from -4 to +4. So we can do like every after 2 values or 2 interval we can give value like -4, then -2, then 0, then 2, then 4. If we want our so the numbers on the x-axis we want to see or display them like this, so we can use x-ticks value, okay, or default it will show for all the values. So by doing this we will restrict our display values to only -4, -2, 0. So if I run it, So now you can see on the x-axis -4, -2, 0, 2 and 4. So using this x-ticks we can do this. Now our graph is from -4 to +4. So if I give 6, 8 as well, so it will also include that. Okay. So if I run it, so our graph is still +4 only. Now I gave 6 and 8 in the property, so it is also including that. Same thing can be done on the negative side, -6, -8, and same thing can be done for y-axis as well. So if I now one more thing, if I this our values range from -4 to +4. Now I gave 6 and 8. What if I don't give 4, only till 2? So will it restrict or cut the graph? Let's see. So it did not restrict the graph or cut the graph. Okay, so the graph will be till -4 to 4, but we will not see the value there. So for 3 and 4, so we gave only 2. So till 2 we are seeing the values. So it will not restrict the graph or cut the graph, but it will affect how we see the numbers on x-axis and y-axis. Same if I give only this -4, 0 and 2. So I will see only these three values. If I give more, I will see them also. So if I give extra values, so that will be included. But if I give less values, it will not cut the graph. Okay, but that's not the case with x limit and y limit. So x limit and y limit we saw earlier, it restricts the graph also. So it cuts the graph. We will see that here also. Same can be done with y-axis as well. So let me copy this and replace x with y. If I run it, so on y-axis I am seeing only -4, 0 and 2. So if I give extra values, so it will increase the graph, but if I give less values, it will not cut the graph. So that was x-ticks, y-ticks. So you can give the values according to your own need or how you want to show them. Now adding limit x p dot x lim. So what it does, we have to give starting value and last value, ending value. So our graph is starting with -4. So let me give -2, comma till +2. Let's see what happens. So as I said, it will cut the graph. So this is -2. This point where my mouse is -2 or approx -2. So in the bottom left, right bottom, you can see the values of x and y. So if I keep my mouse here, so it is showing x equal to -1.9 something. So almost 2. So this point is -2, starting with -2 and 0, then 2. And in the x-ticks we gave only -4, 0 and 2. So we are not seeing anything here on the axis value. So x limit, so limit property limits the graph or cuts the graph if given less value or smaller range. But if we give extra value, so it will increase the graph. So if I do like this, -12 till +10. So what it will show, let me cut it. So it increased the graph size. So the starting point is -12 and it is going till +10. So x limit and y limit and x-ticks and y-ticks. If we give extra value, it will increase the graph. But in x-ticks and y-ticks, if we give less values, it will not cut the graph. But in this limit property will cut the graph if we give less values. Same thing for y-axis also. P dot y limit -5 till +5. Let me reduce this. -5 . So x-axis is from -4 to 4, so we are seeing the complete x range, but the y range is from -8 to +8. So there the graph is cut a little bit. Okay, so that was x takes y takes, x limit y limit, legend property. Now if we do this, give limit value before takes value, so what will happen? Let's see. So let me do here 14. So we are giving extra values. So will it override the limit property or not? So it overrided the limit property. So normally x limit and y limit will cut the graph, but here we saw, then see it executes in a sequential manner. So from top to bottom, so x limit y limit cut the graph because we gave less value. Then x ticks and y tick, what they did, they we are giving like starting value -14, so it will include -14 and it increase the graph size. So our complete graph is included. So not the complete graph. So if I give here till 12, so extra values, so our graph lies in between this only, -8 to 8 for y-axis and -4 to 4 for x-axis. So if I run it, so this is our complete graph. This point is -4 in x and -8 in y. This point is 4 and 8 in x and y respectively. Okay, so this x-ticks property overrided the limit property because this thing is defined after the limit property and it executes in sequential manner. So it was executed at the end, so it had the impact on the result. But if we give x limit and y limit on the after this tick value, so they will override the tick value. So now if I give this afterwards, so the x tick and y tick increase the graph, then the limit one reduced it to -5 till 5. So now we have, so why we are not seeing any values here down here, because in the text department we gave only -14, 0 and 12. So it is from 5 to -5. So we are seeing only 0. If we had given here -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, x-axis or y-axis, okay. So on y we are seeing -1, 2, 0, 1, 2. I hope you are getting this. So whatever comes later or in the end will override the effect of previous one. So which effect? Not the naming one. So we are seeing the naming scheme or the numbering according to the x ticks, but just the range value. So x ticks increase the range, then x limited the range. Okay, limit the range of the graph. So x legend, text and limit, these three properties are important in representing how you want to see the graph. So watch it one more time if you have any doubts, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.